Hello everybody, welcome to Wing It Plays Kirby Mass Attack. So Wing It Plays, I mean Bullets and Wing It, because I have no good names for this. Eventually I'll find a good name for a solo play. One day, Kirby went exploring in the Popopo Islands in the south of Popstar. He was snoozing in a field, napping the day away. But then the dark clouds filled the sky, and a skull-faced fiend descended. It was Necrotius, the leader of the Skull Gang. The Skull Gang wanted to drown light in the darkness. Necrotius raised his staff and struck Kirby with his mischievous magic. Necrotius split Kirby into 10 copies of himself, each having only a fraction of Kirby's greatness. The fiend was easily able to defeat these weaker Kirbys. Before long, there was only one Kirby left. Oh my gosh, my gamepad's just that dirty. Popstar was about to lose its greatest defender and plunge into darkness forever. As the last Kirby raised his head, he saw a star shining brightly. That light was from Kirby's own heroic heart, which had flown to safety. His heart called out to him. Kirby, follow me, we can fight Necrotius together. It's still weird reading text. I don't like it. So began Kirby's quest to save Popstar and return Kirby to his usual self. If they could defeat Necrotius, they could use his magic staff to make everything right. I want to get this screen protector off, just because of how dirty it is. Ew. Need to buy a new one. Now the screen protector gunk all over my gamepad. Yeah, because I'm playing on the Wii U version of Kirby Mass Attack, because the Wii U can actually emulate DS games. This is a stage. You see, the little number on the stage isn't actually the stage count, it's how many Kirbys you need to enter the stage. Because the whole gimmick of Kirby Mass Attack is controlling an army of Kirbys. But like all the good army games, you start with one. Well, I can touch the screen to make the star appear, and Kirby will follow. Kirby will essentially follow the omnipotent god that is his own heart. Anyway, now, part of the reason I want to play this game is because I played through Hey Pikmin a while back. I played a bit of it, I never finished it. But I played it again because, like, everyone said, like, this style of game is perfect for Kirby, perfect for Pikmin. And while I do agree, partially, I think part of the appeal of Kirby Mass Attack compared to, like, Pikmin is Kirby Mass Attack's just faster and easier to control. Because you're not trying to walk around like Olimar and then chuck the Pikmin where you tap. You just walk around with Kirby. You just say, hey, go here. And then you flick them. It's way easier. But I do understand with the big mobs they had in Pikmin, why they had that idea. It's just kind of like, I think this is a lot easier to control. And over here is a tutorial bubble. Riding the star to carry Kirby, move the star onto him and then draw a line. So yes, if you do this, you can actually grab onto the star. And you can make little lines. You can draw drawings. Yeah. Do I want to make an attempt at drawing it Among Us? I might make an attempt at drawing it Among Us. I'm going to turn myself up a tiny bit. There we go. That should hopefully sound pretty okay. Probably would help if my microphone was right in front of my face. That would probably be a good idea. Just... Apologies, editor. Probably have to cut all these microphone sounds out. I don't think I even have enough time to draw in Among Us. In Among Us. That's just funny, that was like the first thing people did with the new fucking Sonic Frontiers thing with the line drawing, because I feel like that's... Every time a game allows someone to draw a thing, they draw something stupid immediately, that or they just draw penis. Because like, I remember that happening with like the Wii U Stage Builder, that was the first thing people drew. Because, like, the Wii U Stage Builder for Smash Brothers, like, you draw on the gamepad to do it, which, like, it's a cool idea, I like it. It's just kind of impractical. Because you just kind of end up with very phallic things. Ooh, I never actually fell down there for the Bean Bomb. These are the Bean Bombs, these are your basic enemies. They're a little more threatening than the basic Wallabies. Which is interesting, because Kirby's, like, very short anyway, so they split him into 10. Like, the Yoru's just tiny. And with how big, like, all the trees are and everything, I think you're just, like, a tiny, like, Pikmin-sized thing, so, like, it makes sense. why you, like, never see any, like, the Mass Attack enemies come back, because, like, they're all super tiny, so you're just kind of stumbling on over them. But I don't think they ever really super play with, like, Kirby being tiny as hell in this game. No, 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 get the fucking thing. Whoop! Let's not get hurt in the first level, please. That would be much embarrassing. So, red apples are worth 1, bananas are worth 10. Because all the fruits are worth different amounts. I think there's only 3 types. Oh no, 4 types. There's a couple types of game. So then our next mechanic is actually grappling, because you can grab on enemies, but the other thing is you grab onto these guys and pull them down. Sometimes you need a little more power or a little more weight to your team, but we'll see. For now, though, we just kind of grab on and go, because there isn't much to have to hold on to, because we only have the 1 Kirby, you're intended. If you have any more, you're either cheating or coming back like a weirdo, which... I guess I can't say like a weirdo, like you kind of have to 100% to finish the game. Like, you don't have to get every medal, but there are certain specific medal types we're going to need to collect to beat the game. I'm not going 100% just because, I'll just be honest, I don't feel like it. That was kind of fun. Both throws Kirby off during battle, send him back into action again. I don't know if tapping repeatedly on the enemy does more damage, it just kind of feels good to do. So with this, I think this is enough fruit. Yep. Once you collect 100 fruit, you get another Kirby! And having 2 Kirbys is very nice, because now you can do twice as effective, because there's 2 of you. That's how armies work, right? Power and numbers and all that nonsense. Typically, once you start getting Kirbys, you just start getting them very quickly. You amass Kirbys to attack with. Get on that bean bon. But now you gotta grab the whole team. And thankfully you can get off the star at any point. You just kinda gotta double tap and say, hey, ignore the trail, get out of there. Ignore the Oregon Trail. Or the Death Road to Canada, because that's also a very fun game. Which makes me think of Oregon Trail. It's not even remotely like Oregon Trail based, it's just kind of... It has like the joke idea of like how Oregon Trail works. And also just like the name Death Road to Canada, I think it's funny. Now, depending on how many Kirby you got, the faster you can mash! You can make like a potato and mash! Yeah, we got plenty of fruit. Now, I think the watermelons are worth 50 or like 30. They're worth a lot. Typically, if you see a watermelon, pick it up. It's really worth it. Whoop. Yeah, those poison things are a little annoying. That's essentially... It will essentially demobilize you for a little bit. And if it finishes, you can't get... Yeah, if it finishes, you essentially don't get the... What's it called? You essentially die. You don't even get, like, the... Oh, you got hurt phase? You just are dead. Get it? Go, my Kirbys! Yeah, I've just been kind of in the mood to play a Kirby spin-off. And the gamepad's already fucking dying? Oh my gosh. Where is the gamepad's charger? Let's continue. Man, the audio sounds off, but like that's just how like the Wii U is, which is really stupid. Cause like that's what something I noticed is like I'm not even using like emulator on like my computer. No, this is like the actual like official Wii U emulation. It just sounds off. So I will apologize, audio is just going to sound weird, which is odd. Because yeah, the gamepad is faster and slower sometimes than the actual like, Wii U display. I think it's depending on what you're playing is what it focuses on more. Then again, it's probably also just Nintendo's emulator, because Nintendo has not had the best track record with good emulation. is like, I know people give like the Switch emulation a lot of crap, and it really deserves it. You complete more of the checklist. Yeah, the checklist is essentially, I mean, click it, achievements. Complete secret test to fill the checklist. Gold Star Store to earn your first gold star. Let's move on to stage 2. We're gonna do these in order for now. It's weird. Like, I don't know if it's off, if it's just me, or is it the game. I guess I could plug my earbuds into my gamepad so I can have a much more, like, not in-depth, accurate? I guess accurate sound, but it's like, I also want to hear exactly how you guys are sounding or hearing everything. Crush them! Yes! 5 Kirbys are halfway there. Da-da-da-da. Master Tech has so many good, like, versions of Kirby sound effects. I think we're gonna get to it eventually, but Master Tech probably has, like, one of my favorite, like, Kirby OSTs. Well, maybe. It's not Squeak Squad, because I grew up with Squeak Squad. So there's obvious, like, bias, but I really like Master Tech. Even though I didn't, like, fully grow up with Master Tech, I remember renting this game all the time, and I never really finished it, so that's partially why I'm doing this here. Get the monkey. Spank the monkey. That's enough for another Kirby. We're sitting at 6. Let's get on, keep on moving. Do 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 do. One thing I am kind of sad that Kirby Master Tech doesn't do, that a lot of like other like modern platformers do, is give like all like the individual stages names, because I feel like stages are a lot more memorable when they have the names. Do, re, mi. Ba 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 ba. I just want to listen to the music. I'm sorry. So this is our first rainbow medal. The rainbow medals are actually required to beat the game. And now the phone's ringing. Get in cover! I really want that fruit block, so I think we're gonna go. Woo! That's what happens if you get in the goo. You get gooed, and it's not fun. Yeah, there is the whole thing of like in Pikmin, if you like get your Kirbys off the. Actually, if you get them off the enemy right before they can shake them off, you can come back for more attacks, which is really cool. Which is something that I always liked about Pikmin combat and like this kind of style of combat, because it makes you feel like, oh, you have a lot more control over how the flow of combat goes. If you're good and smart. Oh, no, he's gonna freak out. Okay, good. He didn't get a chance to freak out. Thank you. Get him. Beat his ass. Poke it to death. But it's a lot harder to tell than it is in Pikmin, because there's a lot more wind-up in Pikmin when you like get like Pikmin off them. Yeah, having that. Yeah, there's definitely a weird audio delay on the emulator. What's weird? Huh. Anyways, warping ahead. This is a warp door. Once you come back, if you have to come back to level for any reason, you can just use that to get out of here faster. The emulation's weird. Kill it! Got it. Yeah, we got another Kirby on that. Lovely! Yeah, I apologize for the weirdness in the audio. I don't know why it's recording so weirdly today. Well, it's just my capture preview being off. I don't know. This is odd. I'll definitely have to look at the end of this. But I can also, like I said, very realistically believe it just being Nintendo's funky-ass emulation. Because Because their emulation definitely has some stank to it, and DS emulation naturally has some stank. Because DS emulation is not the most figured out thing in the world, which is weird, because you would think the DS would be not that hard to emulate. Oh, this puzzle. We gotta go up and around town. We flick the Kirby's onto this so we can fall to the left. Smash it with a hammer! Yeah, I don't know. When Kirby gets hurt, he'll turn blue. If he gets hit again, he'll be KO'd. So yeah, this is what a damaged Kirby looks like. I am the best. It's second stage. Because I'm just impatient and incompetent. Mostly the second thing. But now we get to Rolling Thunder our way through here. I don't know why I said that's a Rolling Thunder, it's not. Although now you notice something different because we actually took damage when Kirby leaves the door. He'll actually skip his little stop Poyo thing and just kind of go. It's kind of like, okay, time to take this seriously, let's get out of here. So we got some monkeys to get rid of. Because some serious monkey business. I will kind of admit, I like the design of Blue Kirby a lot. It's like, I like standard Kirby, but I also like all the other color Kirbys, because, like, again, I played Squeak Squad a bunch. We'll probably eventually do a Let's Play of Squeak Squad over here, but that won't be till later. But, like, that's one of my favorite Kirby games, just because, again, it was the first one I played and really grew up with, so... Well, no, actually, the first one I played was Superstar, but the one I, like, owned personally, like, that I've gotten for, like, a gift and stuff, Kirby Squeak Squad was super fun. I love that game. Although now it gets a rap for being kind of like a generic Kirby-style game, but, like, sometimes you don't need to reinvent the fucking wheel. You can just make more. Just more video game. It's all I want. Then again, I say that, like, I don't need to say, like, I'm gonna record that right now, and it's like, no, I have other stuff I need to record. But because we had a Kirby get hurt, we got a Silver Star, which is lame, but not bad. Got something new in extras. So this is a common theme in a lot of Kirby games. There's a lot of mini games you can unlock and stuff. So Kirby Squeak Squad is no exception. I'm gonna try to put a bunch of these at the end of each episode. At least show a little bit of each of these things. But then again, not all extras are created with. So now let's head back to stage 1 because we actually have some stuff we need to do here. Thankfully, when you finish up a stage, you don't have to regain your Kirbys, or your Kirbys won't contain damage. What are you gonna say? You're just gonna be destroyed by walking, yep. Let's go run at mass, my Kirby army, run! We might as well just skip ahead till I get my next Kirby and we get to the stump, so I hope... So I'm just gonna kinda shut up and just let these whoopage go. Alright, so back here is where we need to have our army of Kirbys come. And with this, we get our next rainbow medal. Scoring like Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 and stuff like that. That's like the entire appeal of like the arcade-style games that we still get. Those like shorter arcade-y style experiences. Like, I still think Score has a purpose, just not much for like platformers and stuff. Do you want Warp to the Goal? Yes. Now, if you do Warp to the Goal like this, you skip on any chance of getting a gold star or any star variants. You just kind of get to the end. But unless you're going for 200%, it's not super worth it. Who cares? Ba-da-ba-ba. I think it might just be my thing plopping on my audio slowly, which is annoying but weird. Alright, and I think that's about... Actually, no, let's show off this bonus level and then we'll end the episode. At least part of the bonus. Field Frenzy. We have how many levels? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 levels of this. So I'll probably do this 3 times. We'll start at level... We'll do each level. Let's do level 2, and then next episode we'll do level 4, and then 6. So this is your simple little, like, whack-a-mole style game. Pretty simple, nothing too complicated. I'm just kind of showing off levels because this is a good way to end. It'd be a good way to end an episode. Doing it at Gordy, you take you'll lose points. Which is always interesting, Whack-A-Mole game style do this, but you can't really do that in actual like arcade, it's... Right, and then with this guy... Tap the shit out of him! Yeah, I think that's enough for today. Here's your how to play screen. I forgot to do this. Actually, does the level 1 version of it have a different boss? Oh, there's like different levels. Well, I guess the levels are actually more important. Yeah, you can stick these as kind of at the end of an episode just to show off the minigames, because it's like a big part of Kirby Mass Attack. I think with that, then, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.